Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to be from the 1st through the 15th of February for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or anywhere else where you have it very heavy in your chart. Find a cross watch if that's what you want to do. I have and take no responsibility for the messages that come out, however. So we're going to do the Celtic cross. So I will pull the cards down here and discuss them and show them since you can't see them laid out. And then I am going to, at the end, do 3 cards from the Ask Angels deck so that you can use your intuition a little bit and ask a couple of questions based upon the reading. But as we always do, we start with the sacred geometry. So let's find out what we have going on for Capricorn. Hopefully you guys have been able to see the daily transit information that I've been putting on my Facebook. I've been doing that since January, but I switched it over to recording it from TikTok so that it goes to all the different locations, and that's the easiest way for me to also ensure that it gets up here on this channel as well. So you will be seeing more daily shorts about the daily transit information. Now, Capricorn, you guys have been in the mix in the charts since January, especially where Mercury and Pluto have been having conversations back and forth throughout the different transitions of the different moon cycles that are coming through. But your sign will be in the position of the moon the late evening of the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. So even though this reading cuts off at the 15th, know that the moon sign is going to trigger and will shift into your position and those energies a little bit after this reading, but it cuts off here on the 15th. Okay, so sacred geometry card. For you guys, my Capricorns, we're talking about wisdom. Gaining greater insight. I leave these cards up like this so that you can snap them and use them as a still and print them out or do whatever else it is that you need to do, because they are meant to be used. At the end, I will read the crystalline suggestions and also the mantra that goes along with it. So if you want to stick around for that then we will have that. But I can tell you right now that the energy from Spirit is telling me that there's a little bit of lack of patience that's been going on for Capricorn. So let's find out what is going on for all Capricorns. We're going to have a card here that unifies all Capricorns so that we can work on it. Ooh, spirituality. It's because you are ready to be doing something different. I love it. I can't wait to see what happens for you towards the latter part of the month. Let's see what we have for you. Let's go ahead and start pulling the cards down. Again, the 1st through the 15th, Celtic Cross. If I'm asked to clarify a certain point, then I will, but these shorter readings for me are very clear. Spirit is very clear, and there's no sense in dinking around. We're going to get right down to the point. You got to, wow, everything is major arcana so far. This is very interesting. Give me the 4th. Okay, give me the 5th. Ooh, doubles on the 5th. Okay, the 6th. Wow. Doubles on the 6th. All right. The 7th. Triples on the 7th. Whoa. 8th. 1, thank you. 9th. And the 10th. Thank you. Okay. The bottom of the deck, what we have here is the 2 of Pentacles. So 2 of Pentacles is indicating that there's a opportunity for you to start releasing something. You're examining something. You're trying to maintain multiple things, multiple energies, and or you are evaluating something that really does need to be shifted and changed, and it's been throwing you off of your game a little bit as far as your thoughts are concerned, and you're trying really, really hard to maintain. You're trying really, really hard to balance right now. That is the reason why I feel that there's been lack of patience, because you're going from one energy to another, and so you know something is for you. It hasn't necessarily shown up the way that you've been wanting it to. Again, we're talking about all Capricorns utilizing their spirituality as a sense, or stepping more fully into it, because there's more information there that you know. Okay, so the first energy that we have here, again, most of your reading is major arcana, so you guys are going through a huge transition this month. Okay, The first card that we have here is the Aries Major Arcana. This is the Emperor staging in the reverse position. This is the situation. The situation is that as you are reviewing your entire world, something is not quite right. Okay, something's rotten in Denmark. You're a little bit potentially egotistic because you know that something extra is going on. From a spiritual perspective, the Aries energy in the month of January was very big, especially during multiple portals that we had. So it was the energy of hurry up and do something when we couldn't do that until the rest of the retrogrades ended. So Mars and Mercury. And yeah, that has a lot to do with the effects, because what's going on is the Strength card that's in the reverse position. It has a lot to do with you being tired. So from a spiritual perspective, the upgrades that you've been receiving, the capability of trying to download the information, releasing old cords, old codex also has been a big situation. So rest is still required for you. So here's the patience in a nutshell. I started cracking up when I saw this. The situation is patience. So we have Sagittarius Major Arcana also sitting here with the Sun in the reverse position. You are tiring yourself out for no reason. Now, although the Temperance mixture that we talk about these days is fire and water, you're burning yourself out, okay? And so therefore that is what is dampening your passion. If the Sun is in the reverse position twice here, pay attention. You're burning yourself out. You're doing too much. You're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Your spirit knows it and you haven't stopped it yet. So they're going to keep talking to you about it because you have to moderate. That's the basis of the situation. This is 100% about you. I don't see a lot of other factors of people in this. This is probably one of the well, I'll just leave it this way. This, I feel, is like 100% you. What's going on in the past is that you were presented with an option. So the Seven of Cups is receiving multiple options, lots of different potentials and possibilities from Spirit. You already are in the energy of this. So the opportunity or the option or whatever it is that you're trying to exercise has already been presented, but it hasn't been executed at this particular moment, meaning a final decision hasn't been made. You're still contemplating, whatever the case may be. You've decided it, is what I'm being told. You just haven't executed it out, okay? So we have another double set, Major Arcana, when we get to where you're at currently. I do like this energy. I can see the progression of where this is going. We have the energy of the Magician also within the King of Wands. And so the King of Wands is the master builder. The King of Wands is the guy that comes in and always gets the job done, okay? It does indicate very potentially that there's something that you've been trying to call into yourself to build, and you just haven't, like you're waiting. To me, it's like you're waiting for something, and that's okay if that's what you feel, but just to know that the longer you wait, the more energy gets depleted from yourself. But the universe is on your side here. You've called something into yourself about building something or creating something, all right? The future, however, is a double-edged sword here. And this is why I say what I say. Something that you were doing revolving around your physical dollars. It could even be a physical building, okay? Because the King of Wands really does have a lot of energy. He's the builder, right? That's what they do, the builders in tarot. They're the ones that are using their passion to create something, okay? That fiery, passionate energy that they have. There's a caution that's here, though, when it comes to resources. And this is the future position. This also indicates Mars coming back in. So Capricorn, you're going to need to be able to pay attention to where Mars is in your chart, or maybe go back to one of the dailies and kind of see if there's something where I talked about Mars and Capricorn really having a conversation and a conflict, because it's stressing you out either about resources or it's stressing you out about how to leave a place. That's basically what this is boiling down to. You already know what you need to do. You already know that something needs to be shifted. You just haven't done it. And that's validated by what can you personally do here. What can you do about the situation? Well, in order to stop feeling like you're being sneaky and underhanded, and I very rarely use this terminology with this card, the Seven of Swords is strategery. It's being able to use your energy to do what you need to do with. So sometimes it can be sneaky, but what this is about is not sharing a new piece of information. So the Page of Wands that's in the reverse position is not bad, but you just haven't said the words. And as soon as you say the words, you're going to feel better because you're going to understand that you now can bring this new situation into yourself. So what you have to do is you got to speak. And the other thing that I would indicate to you, Capricorn, is that you are going to do it because this represents the effect of people around you giving you space. So the Two of Wands is decisions. And the universe says that when the Two of Wands presents itself, it's research. It's figuring some things out. So you are being given ease and grace from someone who's going to support the decision that you've put together. They have no choice. That's the beautiful thing about the Two of Wands. It doesn't matter if you go left or you go right. The universe is agreeing with these two decisions that you've narrowed it down to from the Seven of Cups option, the multitude of options. Whoever this is in the outside influence has no choice but to give you that ease and grace. They have no choice. They can't do anything about it. The hopes and fears is whether or not you're going to be able to maintain your queendom. Entrepreneur energy. The King and the Queen of Wands, though, together. Hello. They're building and they're maintaining. So, your hopes and fears about being able to be a stand-up entrepreneur, business owner, taking on this new project, maybe taking on this new construction that's taking place at any point, at any level of your world is going to work. The reality of the situation is we've already told you that it will because you asked for it. So we have the Four of Wands energy. And again, the portal card has shown for all but two signs. So Capricorn, I do feel that you probably did a lot of work and energy in one of the portals that took place in January. Of course, we have a portal that shows up here 2/2 here in February. And the 2/23/23 will be another big portal that shows up for us here at the end of, closer towards the end of the month. But again, that Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, indicating that you're balancing something that you don't necessarily need to. Your clarity is off because you're trying hard not to step off of where you're at currently. Doesn't have to be that hard. I know I say that, and of course lots of things are difficult. you're carrying so many different things from a physical perspective, meaning who you are as an individual. If you're a parent, you've got a lot of different things that you're carrying into that consideration. As I'm sitting here and I'm reviewing the page energy, are you giving enough energy to the page? There's so many different facets that can come with it, but for me this is pretty easy to be able to describe, and then making decisions that are going to be the best for you is always the best decision, period. End of discussion. Including because they're telling me to talk about older kids that are taking time. For some people this will serve as an understanding. You're tired because of the amount of energy that you're giving towards other people, but this is going to resonate with someone like your teenagers taking all your energy. So your energy is still important, okay? You have to survive with supporting yourself so that you can be of support to other people. And if that's not occurring in a balanced way, cut it off. I know it sounds easy to do. I know it's not, but if you don't, it will affect your capability of moving forward in a different way. So I am going to, yes. I definitely want to take a look at this King of Pentacles Tower combination that's showing up here. This is the future position, so I want to see if I can get a little bit more information about the King of Pentacles. And for me, what I feel is that it's you potentially shifting out of something you've already been doing. But let's see what else we have for Capricorn. What is this combination about? Well, look at that. The health in the reverse position. Can't make this shit up. Okay, it's not practical is what they're saying. So what do we have here? Riches, money, wealth. This also is the Capricorn energy of what's taking place in Saturn for you as well. Okay. Oh, there's a few things. Yeah, judgment. So you're afraid of saying something at this point because you're afraid of being criticized, is basically the cards that I'm getting here. So this is the Tower. The Tower is you. The Tower is you getting ready to share some information. You're going to be surprising somebody with some information. You've already made a decision. You just haven't articulated it yet. So that's what's up. You cannot be criticized by the universe because the universe is giving you something here. What else do you guys want me to clarify? They want me to clarify the 411 at the end. So we're going to do that. And they were asking me to pull an angel card just to like sum this up. Live your joy. If it's not making you happy, if it's not floating your freaking boat, then get off the boat. Seriously. Get off the boat. 4 of Wands in the outcome. In the upcoming, well, it's already in play. It's like you already called it in. So it's just like 4 of Wands in the sideways position. What do we have here? Okay, so getting over internal ego and allowing higher self to merge a little bit more with you to help you steer your boat. So that's one way the spirituality portion of it brings itself into the reading. It's not about the money. It's not about acquiring something at this particular moment. And the other thing is, you got to just detach from somebody else's criticism. Venus and Aquarius. So the best thing that you can do when you are putting energy out there for wishes and things of that nature is detach from the outcome. That's how we teach it. You have to detach from it. Stop putting so much focus and energy. Think it that it's arriving, but then use that time and energy to bring something else to magnetize towards you. So, they're talking about your concern about generosity versus risk and being isolated a little bit in your new work or the works that you are bringing forward. Yes, so you are going to be making a decision. You do know that there's something that has to happen, but ideally, you just haven't freed yourself from the cage yet. That's exactly what this is going on. So I'm just going to say this about that. These are all of the things that somebody put out there. I want to release myself. I want my ideals to step forward. I want to be the innovator of my world. I've made a decision about leaving a physical structure or changing a physical structure, and I'm no longer going to be held back by the sweet words that someone keeps trying to wiggle in my ear. That's the individual that I think you have a concern about criticizing you. We're done with that. We're not. The universe is not going to let that happen. This is pretty much straightforward. I don't even need to take it any further. Your patience, okay, is not to be taken out of context. It's you fighting you, period. End of discussion. That's what it is. So you have to be more in your authentic energy as far as your spiritual self. And if your spiritual self is asking you to make moves, then make the moves, period. Let's move into the shuffling of the 3 cards for the Ask Angels, and then I'm going to go into the sacred geometry, and I'm going to read a little bit more about this wisdom that we are supposed to be sharing with you, gaining some greater insight. Wow, thank you. All right, so I have those 3. I'll read those at the end. Here we go. 48. Mantra time. From the shadows into the light. Period. So you'll notice that there is a Merkaba that is in the middle of the chest of this wise animal, okay? The owl medicine helps to work throughout your etheric layers, working as a vacuum by cleaning and clearing old debris and filling each space with light. Picture a light bulb turning on and shining and a shining light and clarity into these different spaces. And by shifting your energy, you'll feel yourself connecting to source easier. So if you're having a problem, move the light around your physical body, okay? So your Merkaba should be in counter rotation spin. Okay, half of it should be going one direction, half of it should be going in the other direction. If you need support with working on this wisdom so that spirit can connect in with you a little bit more deeply, especially the divine feminine, then what we want you to try to use is a Merkaba itself, a Lemurian quartz, selenite, apophyllite, Herkimer diamond, and a Brandberg amethyst if you can get your hand on it. Those are not always easy to access, and they are a little costly sometimes, depending. But shoot, I don't have it in here. But you guys know I've shown you guys my Merkaba. I have some on the site that are little wee ones, but it doesn't matter. That physical shape, that sacred geometry will actually help you gain the different insights that you need. Now, Capricorn, many of this information, again, is already in play. Your whole reading was pretty much already in play. I hope that you were able to resonate with this. And if you did, I really want you to make sure that you comment below, a heart, a comment, like, share, subscribe if you are brand new here. But to cap this off, this is the Ask Angels cards that popped out. Forgiveness showing up in the reverse position. I think you're done forgiving yourself and you're done forgiving other people. This is funny. You're ready. Like, you're ready to do this. This is the Seven of Cups energy that they asked me to tell you about. You've already made the decision. And do you really need to look for a sign? We've kind of already given you everything that we were going to tell you, including this reading today as validation. So if you're connecting in with this reading and you appreciate the way that I do it, I would love for you to come back and watch the 15th through the end of the month. And please make sure that you're tapping into the daily transits. I'm having a lot of fun doing them, actually. And it's a lot of fun. Of course, I am available for personal one-to-one readings so that I can connect you with your persons of interest to help you along with your journey. But that's what I have for you guys. So many blessings, Capricorn, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.